Hey, hey, Beauty Control Girls. This is Susan Lewis and your team of directors that include Laura McLean and her directors Kim Dodson, Michelle Pendergraph, RG Nichols, and on the screen with us, Anya Grissom and Sylvia DeWitt. Also the teams of Melissa Cole, Brian Harrison, Candy Creech. Guys, we're so excited that you tuned in for video number 2. Look, guys, we didn't come off after the first training video. You gotta love that. Brave soul.
Yes.
So we told you who to book with in that first video. Now this is the how. Like once you have the names, there is a systematic approach for getting them to say yes and making sure that those yeses stay on your calendar. Because there's no worse feeling than getting excited about a booking, having a booking, and then all of a sudden she cancels the booking. Because you ain't gonna make no money that night, right? And we want you to make money. We want you to have fun with this business and meet lots of people. So here is the how. Laura, kick us off. You have a great system that is working so well for you and your team. Tell us how to get this hostess booked and not canceled.
Okay, so the first thing that I think that I want to challenge you all to do is to change your mindset about your calendar. Number one, you are in full control of your calendar. It's the reason that we love this business, right? You're in control, and not only are you in control of your calendar, you get to decide when and where you work. So I want to challenge you, if you're new, go through there and put the date nights and put everything that your family has going on and your church and everything, color code that, section that off, and then take your little sticky notes and put them on 1 or 2 weekends, 1 or 2 weeknights, whenever you're going to offer your spa business, sticky note those dates so that they know what to expect when you do open your calendar. But one thing I'm going to flash up here on the screen is a document we've made for you that basically lets you kind of as a checklist for the how of booking the important parts. Number one, this is crucial. You will get the guest list immediately. Some of my consultants in the past have scheduled the date first and then you go after the guest list. That is totally opposite of the most effective way to do it. If you will trust me and try this for 60 days, your cancellation rate will go down to almost nothing. I almost never have a spa cancel. I've wanted some to cancel before and they won't. But this is what I do religiously. When I sit down at the end of the spa or one-on-one with someone or even over the phone with someone that I'm scheduling a spa with, I always say the first thing. The first step to scheduling your spa and offering this free hour of relaxation to all of your friends and family is deciding who you will include. So to do that, if I'm at a spa, I have that Frank list, and it's paper clipped to the back of their folder, and they have already during the name game filled out all of the people that they know. I flip it over and I just say very quickly, add the phone numbers to the ladies that you want to include, because I am full service spa. I even do the inviting for you. Okay, so she's going to fill that out and she's going to give me her guest list first. If you're over the phone, you can do the same thing. Who will you include? Just run down your first 10 to 15 names for me. We can invite some more later, but to secure your date and to be able to get on my appointment book, I will need your guest list. So you ask them, let's walk through this. And if you're on the phone with them, just walk them through that Frank list. Anya, who are your friends that you want to include? Just shout out their names to me. Give me 6 or 8 that you would think of immediately. And she writes down Sally, okay, Jessica, okay, Priscilla, and you're writing those down. And then you're going to say, okay, let's go through your relatives, and you're going to walk her through that Frank list. You're going to have her either text you immediately, or I like to say, while we're on the phone, put me on speaker and open that up, and what's Sally's phone number? And I write them down for her. However you've got to do this, you have to secure the guest list immediately before you give her a spa. Because if you do, give her one of your dates. I want you to think about some of the ways that you might have done this in the past. If you give her that Thursday night and you're only spawing 1 time a week and she never gets you that guest list, if she doesn't get it, by the way, with you like that day, she's not going to. You're going to end up pursuing her and chasing her and stalking her, and then kind of fracturing that relationship. So that's not a good thing. If you will do it this way, that will never happen and you'll never be chasing people. But the other thing is, if you give that Thursday night away and you're only spawing 4 times a month, you have literally cut your profit down by 25% that month because she's not having that spa if you don't have the guest list and if you haven't invited everyone. So just trust me, do it this way, okay? So after you've secured the guest list, then you're going to offer her the next day. And our tagline that's worked for 14 years, like gold, is you're going to say, would a weekend or a weeknight work better for you? And we do that so that we're not opening a calendar up and really shutting her mind down and overwhelming her with 30 possible choices. That's one, A or B. Would a weeknight or a weekend work better for you? When women get over more than one or two choices, they get overwhelmed and they shut down. So what a weekend or weeknight? If she says a weekend, you're going to open your calendar and you're going to show her your next 2 available dates. Not the ones at the end of the month, and please, Lord Jesus, not the ones in October and November, because those excitement lessens with time, and you won't hold the spa for sure if you book it into next month or 2 months later. But offering her the next, and who would want to wait on money? Lord Jesus. So for the next 2 weekends, you're going to offer her that. Then you find the date. And lastly, now you have your guest list of the probables. Now you have your date. Now you're going to challenge her to get on Facebook right quick. And we do this at the spa after she's chosen her time and date. She's going to go to Facebook. She's going to touch on that groups. She's going to start a new group. And we can have a video on that if you don't know how to do that. But it's so easy to coach her how to start a new group. She probably already knows how to do it. And she is going to invite everyone on her that she wants to on Facebook to her spa. That's another way that you can get the word out. And if you will do it in that order, I promise you, you will stop cancellations and you'll have better spas, more quality spas. They'll happen sooner and everyone will be more excited about them. So the second step to the how is actually how do you present this to your hostess? And Susan's going to take it over from here because we've all used a bunch of different hostess programs in the past. The companies, one we've made up, whatever. We've simplified this down for you so that your hostess program does not cut into all of your profit, but that hostess feels really rewarded. So if what you've been doing in the past hasn't worked great, Susan's going to share with you what we do.
Perfect. And that the second step in this hostess coaching is that you have got to let her know what's in it for her. I mean, that's the big key that's going to keep her on your calendar, is if she knows that she's got something coming back from being your business partner, right? We used to say that there was a phrase called with them. What's in it for me, right? Everybody wants to know with them. Well, what's in it for me if I do this party for you, if I host this spa for you? So giving her the flyer immediately after she has given you her guest list and then y'all have chosen a date, and there's a spa rewards flyer that we've created. We're going to go over it a little bit more in depth later, but basically it's just rewarding her for all the things that you want her to do that we know as your team of directors are going to ensure that you have a successful spa night, right? She needs to have 6 or more guests there. She needs to hold it on her original date. She needs to collect outside orders. And we challenge her to have 4, and which will total to about $100. We'll explain that more in the next video. Also, giving referrals. We want to get referrals from her right then. And she can give those at the end of the night from people who did not attend the spa. So we're going to reward her for all of those things that she does. Plus, if she booked from the spa, she's going to have seen the wrap gift game and she's going to get a reward for that. But the bigger key about telling her what's in it for her right now is that right now, when she books this spa, that's when her excitement level is the highest. That is when she has just freshly remembered everything that she did at the spa she attended. So that's when you want for her to know what's in it for her. You want to get her buy-in. You want to get her committed to the night so that she will continue to be a good partner for you, and that when she invites people, she's going to turn around and say, hey, my beauty control girl is going to be calling you or texting you an invite to a spa party because they have some amazing products that I just tried and I wanted you to be a part of that, right? You're going to get her buy-in and her relationship, so because she speaks volumes to her peers and her friends, whereas they don't know you yet. So it's going to carry so much more weight coming from her. So you want to make sure she knows about the rewards on the table and that you have buy-in from her so that she will continue to be excited. And then you and her will earn way more stuff the night of her party. She's going to earn way more in free products and discounted products, and you're going to earn way more in profits. So the third thing to do in hostess coaching, after you let her know all the ways that she can earn rewards, is you've got to then, number 3 is you've got to send out the invitations for her, right? This is something that when, just like Laura said, she doesn't book the date until they give her the guest list. This is one that I am adamant about. You cannot turn that list over and let her be in control of it, can you, Anya?
No. No. So you ready for me to take over here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm just going to tell you, I remember where I was sitting. I remember where I was. I remember I was on a pink razor. That tells you when it happened. When I called Laura McLean and told her about this poor, pitiful spa that I had just had. And I remember when she asked me, did you send out the invitations? Did you, invite people like I told you to? And I said, no. And then she said, call me back when you do. And so you can just save that conversation with your recruiter or with yourself and save that happening by following step number 3 on this document. If you will send out the invitations, and you can do that if you like postcards, if you like, however you want to do that. But there's an app. There's an app for that. There's an app for everything. There's an app called Red Stamp that is so stinking cute that you can send out, and you probably actually can't see this, but I'm gonna hold it. Let me see if I can hold it up here. This one's just a really cute. Yep. Keep calm and party on. So they have little templates, and you just drop your information in there. So it looks really professional, and you just put in your hostess's name and address and the time and a little bit of information about what it is that you're going to do. Because I know when I got invited to a beauty control spa party, I kind of knew what beauty control was, but I had no idea what a spa party was. And so it really helps them just to know what is going on. And so they know what they're being invited to. They have the information. And of course, people actually read text. Some people don't read their emails. Some people don't answer their telephone, but most people look at their text. So we really encourage using the Red Stamp and doing it the next evening. Or you know what? Doing it when you get out to your car. Or like bringing the Red Stamp up if it's not too late, doing it right away, setting a phone reminder. I'm really good about telling Siri to remind me things. So on my way home, I may say, hey, Siri, remind me to send my Red Stamp for Laura's spa tomorrow morning or tomorrow at noon, because people actually check their phones, maybe at lunch. So, but do it within the next 24 hours, because if you're like me, if I don't do it right away, then, life's going to happen. I'm going to forget, because your spa is not secured until this has been sent out. And then Laura had told you in step 1 to set up, it's actually going to be a Facebook event. So we're going to update that. It's going to be an event, because that's going to be, it's going to remind them on their calendar that they have an event, they have something to attend. So that's going to actually go to an event. But in that event that she's actually invited her friends to, you're actually going to be invited as well. So you're going to be able to post things there. So the next step is you're going to start posting teasers, not just one, but you can actually keep them engaged between now and the spa in that event you can do Facebook Live if you're comfortable with that. You can go live and show little makeup tips, or if you're not comfortable with that, you can just post. We have stock pictures from Beauty Control. You can post before and after pictures. You can do little tips on skincare. You can make, if they're a group that likes wine, you can post things about wine. I had a wine group the other night and they loved that. So whatever it is that's going to keep them engaged and excited, build that excitement to make them want to come to their spa. You guys, there's a lot of direct sales companies out there. There's a lot of things for people to attend. We have to set ourselves apart. We have to make our spa party something that they want to go to more than something else, because they have so many choices that they can, so many things that they can choose to do with their time that's actually feels very, very limited, that we have to have a reason that they want to attend. They're going to learn some beauty tips. They're going to get their skin analyzed. They're going to find out how to get rid of their wrinkles. They're going to have fun. They're going to do something that's different. So if you can have a different kind of theme or something that sets yourself apart, you're going to increase your attendance. Also, this helps you to connect with her friends before the spa, during the spa. We had a spa the other night where a lot of people couldn't come. We went on Facebook Live in the event and did the spa where they could watch us, and she got orders that way. So technology is amazing. And then you can, if you extend the event, keep it open, we're going to figure out maybe how to do that, or you're friends with those people, you can actually follow up and help her to get orders after the spa to reach her $500 goal or whatever her goal is to achieve for the spa. And like I said, just the last thing, it says waiting any longer really encourages cancellations, buyer's remorse, something came up. If you do not solidify by taking control, like Susan said, of the inviting, doing the red stamp. Once her friends are invited, if she cancels, she's the one that has to contact all her friends and tell them not to come to her house. If that's not sent and the Facebook event is not going, and once her friends are excited, she's going to get more excited and she's going to want to hold this. But if that doesn't happen, it's really easy for life to happen, and it's just easy for her to cancel on you. And we don't want that to happen for you or your business or for her, because she's going to miss out on her free things, or her friends, because she's going to miss out on beauty control. So Sylvia, talk to us about how important it is to build that relationship, because we don't like to cancel things on people that we care about.
Right. And it does. It starts right at the very beginning, like when you're getting her list. I'm sorry, can you hear me? I dropped one of my thingies.
Yeah.
Okay. When you're getting her list, ask her, how long have you known her? Ask about her friends. Be genuinely concerned. Don't fake it. Okay. If you don't really care, don't ask that question. In other words, but you build a relationship with her from the very beginning, because this woman could very well be in your life for many years to come. All right. She's already attended one spa, probably. Okay. If you booked her at the spa, and then she's booked another one. Okay. So she's in your life for at least 2 weeks. And usually after you've done a spa with someone, they either become a client of yours for life. Okay. One of those clients that every time something new comes out, you go to her, and if you think it's something she would like, and she's going to at least try it for you. Okay. So it's future sales. That's what she is for you. And I have a lot, I can think right now, 20 people that I'm very close to now over the last 5 years, because they hosted spas for me, and I really did not know them before then. Okay. So that is something that this business gives you too. It gives you people. Okay. So you want to start building that relationship right from getting the list. Okay. And when you do that, and when you're going over the what's in it for her part, okay, that becomes a gift. Really, eventually this will become a gift to you, because it's like you're getting her free things, and I want you to get as many things free as you possibly can. Well, the more things she gets free, the more you're going to make too. Okay, so that kind of puts you and your hostess really as business partners. Okay. And you're teaching her, okay, go out, and the people who are saying they just can't come that night, you take them your book and let them get an order, get an outside order. Because remember on the first video, that's one of the things that you're going to go for, the 4 outside orders. Well, guess what you're doing there? You're teaching her to sell. So by the time her spa is over, she may think she just might want to be one of your teammates instead of one of your clients. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. So always when you're helping her get the most out of everything, do it with almost a recruiting heart. Okay. Like you're actually training one of your recruits, mm-hmm. because that's very well what she may end up being. And just treasure all these people that are helping you with your business along the way. Clients or customers, whichever you want to call them. We call them clients. Customers buy from you once, clients buy from you for a lifetime. Okay. Are your business. Okay. And not just your financial business, but they become part of your life. And so it's good to build that friendship with them. I hope that kind of gives you a different perspective and how to look at, your leads. Okay. This could be someone that becomes very important in your life. So treat them that way from the very beginning.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sylvia. And this is, I've heard it since the day I joined 14 years ago. This is a relationship business. That's how we start, offering our business through relationships. And as Sylvia said, some of my very, very dearest friends, prayer partners, people that I really depend on in this world, I've met through Beauty Control, and I wouldn't take a plug nickel for any of them. I mean, they're important women that I'm in love with, and they have helped me build my business. And if we start a business relations partnership, but if it doesn't turn into a girlfriend relationship, and it can, like Sylvia said, from the beginning, when you start visiting with her, treat her like a girlfriend. The sooner you do that, the sooner that you see, like Anya said, nobody wants to cancel on someone that they really like. It's really mutual respect. So if you treat her not just as a business partner, but as a new relationship that could bloom into anything and everything, then I think you will look at this, like Sylvia said, through different eyes and really think more long-term past her spa-scape. So that's the how. The last video that we're going to plug you into now is actually the how you are going to walk her through her rewards, the what's in it for me hostess flyer. So stay tuned or click that video next and start that, and we will see you for part 3 of everything you need to know about booking and hostess coaching. Bye, ladies.
See you then.